Good evening, YouTube. I'm watching another segment of the Cali Effect. I wanted to do another deck profile for the 14 millionth time with you guys on Elemental Heroes. But first, I'd like to tell you guys that this has been sponsored to you by Cobalt 5 Gum. Feel the Cobalt. We're going to start off with the monsters of Elemental Heroes. It's pretty strategic, kinda. It's really Little City, to be so real with you. We're going to start off with 3. Elemental Hero, Neos Alias is the backbone of the deck. 1900 beater, Warrior Gemini, level 4. It has the best stats as being a Warrior, a Gemini, a light monster, and its high attack, unaffected by skill drain. Next, we're going to go with 2 Noble Knight Gwaine, which actually I'm liking Crusader of the Endymion, or however you say it. I'm liking that better because of its light Gemini Warrior tribute. But this one is for easy Xyz plays, which isn't too bad. Next, we're going to go with 2 Thunder King Ryo. Thunder King Ryo, you already know, stop searches, no to prophecy, no to any search deck. Anything that likes mass Xyz or multiple synchros, it really says no to them. It's a really good card. Stratos for obvious reasons. I mean, it's an elemental hero deck. We're going to run Honest because, I mean, we're running like 8 light monsters, so Honest is good. Now here's where we differ a lot, because I run Captain Gold. A lot of things I want to mention to Captain Gold. If you haven't played Little City, back in Gladiator Beast format, Captain Gold was pro. You discard it, you add that Skyscraper Heraclinos, no longer becomes a threat. Or you summon Captain Gold. It's an honest target. It's a 2100 beater under skill drain, and under Skyscraper it gets over any monster that's 3000 attack. It's a good card. Don't knock it. Next we're gonna play. Sorry about that. It's a little mixed up. We're going to play triple Miracle Fusion. I know, bear with me. 1 is rare, the other 2 are ultimate.
How dare you?
It's obvious why we play Miracle Fusion. It's the playmaker of the deck. It brings out your Shinings and whatever else you can. More often than not, I'm bringing out Shining because of my high level of light monsters. I'm playing 3 Gemini Sparks. Like I said before, typically I'd probably have 5 Gemini targets with the Endymion, or however you say its name. The Gemini Sparks, it's a good 1-for-1. Your opponent minuses and you break even. So over the course of time, it really breaks the tempo of a lot of decks. It also can be treated as almost like a pseudo mystical space typhoon. So I pretty much like them at 3. 2 Black Ecalls, obvious reasons, is Elemental Heroes. Main deck 2 Super Polymerization. Mainly because I don't like certain monsters, and certain monsters are just extremely problematic. Super Polymerization gets over those targets, and it can't be negated. 1 Rhoda, 1 Heavy Storm, 1 Dark Hole, your 2 Duality, and your 2 Typhoon. That's just, staple. It goes in almost every hero build. I can't think of one that it doesn't go in. So, last card will be Skyscraper. That lone copy of Skyscraper. Yes, it is ultimate rare, along with the ultimate rare Captain Gold. Don't hate. Like I said, the meta keeps changing, and whatever to the meta changes, you want to fit for it. What I'm seeing right now is Ophion. I'm seeing High Priestess. I'm seeing Tiger King. I'm seeing a lot of big beater monsters. Something that heroes have a huge problem with. So Skyscraper really balances that out. Also with those filled spell card decks, it almost acts like another Mystical Space Typhoon when played right. For traps, we're going to run 2 Skill Drain. I opted out of 3 because there's some matchups where Skill Drain just isn't good, and other matchups where he's decent. So 2 is good, and then 1 in the sideboard. 2 Bottomless. It's a staple trap. It's pretty good. It gets over those big monsters. It's really else not much to be said about that. 2 Compulse, really mainly for Xyz, Synchros, problematic cards. More so Xyz than Synchros. Get that second Stratos summoned, and that's really about it. If you're a pro player like that. Double Torrential. Torrential's actually, it's probably the MVP trap. Mainly because, let's say you go Miracle Fusion, your opponent goes Bottomless, you change Torrential Tribute to your Shining, and you get your 2 ads back. I mean, it's a fail-safe card. It's pretty good. 2 Deep Prisons. I don't even have to say much about them. You should already know. If you don't, watch more YouTube. 1 Starlight Road, 1 Hero Blast. Hero Blast is, it's pretty abusable. It's great against a rabbit matchup. Pretty good against Fire Fist. You bait them into thinking you have Dimensional Prison, and it's actually a Hero Blast, so they'll go for it, and you just blast their monster. Overall, it's really good. Next, we're going to go to Extra, which I'm still working on. I still think a couple of changes need to be made, but I feel that this is pretty solid, tournament worthy. We're going to run 2 Shiny. I opted out of 3 because I didn't feel like looking for my 3rd Ultra Rare Shiny, and I like 2. 1 Nova Master, 1 Tornado, 1 Absolute Zero. Yes, 1 Absolute Zero. I don't want water monsters. 1 Gaia, 1 Escarda. For Xseeds, we're going to run 1 Maestro, 1 Shock Attack, 1 Blackhorn, 1 Cowboy, 1 Roach, 1 Blade Armor, 1 Excalibur, and then 1 one of that, okay? And this is actually a pretty good card. I like its effect. It does help with the Ophion plays. It helps with those big beaters. All my monsters are light, so it's pretty summonable. It's just really good. Next, we're gonna go to Extra Deck, and I mean the side deck. I'm filling the side deck. I have 2 Fossil Dinos. My extra additional Earth target. It gets over special summon monsters. Your opponent can special summon. Great for the lockdown. You know, typically in decks that don't run under the skill drain. Decks that do run under skill drain, I side in Dinos. I take out the skill drains. You know, I'll try to go a little more defensive and run with the Dinos. 2 Snowman Eaters, those Rabbit players, those Ophion players. It does get pretty annoying when you do that. So Snowman Eater is an extra water target, and it's also Snowman Eater. I don't need to say much. This is probably a good tech. I'm liking it. It's a dark target, Doom Caliber, 1900 attack. It's pretty good against Fire Fist, mainly because game 2 they're typically siding out those effect veilers, so you're normally not negging yourself. You summon Doom Caliber Knight, and they're gonna have to pay a pretty big cost to get over it. 1 extra copy of Skill Drain for, you know, obvious reasons. If you never need that triple skill drain. 2 Rivalry of the Warlords. It will not hurt you in any way, shape, or form. It's just good against certain decks. 2 Shadow Imprisoning Mirror because I hate Dark Worlds. This deck almost auto loses to Dark Worlds. It's also a couple other dark decks that I cannot think of right now other than Ophion, which I'm not going to even probably side these against them. But it's still pretty good. Soul Drain because I hate Mermails. I hate them with a passion. That completely gets them along with the Skill Drain. When you see Skill Drain, Soul Drain on the board, they kind of cry a little on the inside. That 3rd Typhoon and that random copy of Soul Taker. That's pretty obvious. Thank you guys for watching the Cali Effect. Please like, subscribe, comment, tell me what you think, tell me what you like. I'll definitely be catching you guys again.